The Dr. Disrespect drama is all over the internet. At one point, one of the most popular streamers on Twitch with over 4 million followers. And then he got banned. His own game studio that he co-founded terminated his contract.
You know how we run things here.
And for a while, nobody knew why he was banned. Until recently, an ex-Twitch employee came out and exposed him for inappropriately messaging a minor on Twitch's DMs. And then the doc came out and admitted that he did DM a minor.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
And then he went back and then removed the word minor.
Stupid fucking mistakes, man.
And then he streamed on YouTube and denied everything.
You said that I got banned from Twitch because I was sexting a minor through Whisper's messages? Do you even know what the legal definition of sexting is? I do.
Huh?
This video is for the people who don't know about the Dr. Disrespect law, or if you just want to get caught up to where we are now, this is for you. So what is next for Dr. Disrespect, and how did we get here? Today, I'll be explaining Dr. Disrespect's law and his downfall. Let's get into it. Oh, that's the wrong doc, sorry. Oh, sorry, also the wrong doc. Dr. Disrespect. So who is Dr. Disrespect and how did we get here? Next slide. Dr. Disrespect's origins. Dr. Disrespect started his YouTube journey in 2010. He mostly made Call of Duty and Halo gameplay commentary style videos, which were extremely popular for the time.
Get these chickens out of my face. Hey, look at the second story runner. Let me bring it back to reality. Now that I'm in control of the second story, it's time to dominate. Oh, you want some? How about that? Where's your sister? Oh, there she is.
So the doc is a character played by this guy, Guy Beam. In 2011, Guy Beam decided to put a pause on content creation and join the gaming industry as a community manager for Sledgehammer Games. And Sledgehammer Games are one of the devs that work on Call of Duty. While working as a community manager at Sledgehammer Games, he was promoted into a level designer, and he actually worked on Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. He even created a few multiplayer maps. While working at Sledgehammer Games full-time, he actually started his channel at Justin.tv. For those who don't know, Justin TV at the time was a live streaming platform, and that platform became Twitch. Now during this time on Twitch, Battle Royales were really blowing up. You had games like Fortnite, Apex, H1Z1, and PUBG.
The fuck you say to me, you little shit?
Dr. Disrespect started out playing H1Z1, but eventually moved to PUBG. And this is where he really started gaining mainstream levels of fame. We saw a rise in popularity. We started seeing his clips everywhere. He was being spotted as his character in live events, and also we started to see his catchphrase everywhere. One was violence, speed, momentum.
Violence! Speed! Momentum!
Another one was the two-time champ.
Donated $50. Says who doesn't know about the two-time? Back to back. 1993, 1994, two-time. Roll them over 1 year and then the next. Two-time. Back to back. Flip them upside down any way you want it, two-time.
And this is what I mean by gaining mainstream levels of popularity, because people started dressing up as him at Halloween. He was a Halloween costume. This is S-Fan. He was, obviously it is a costume, but I don't know if that was Halloween, but these are other people who are dressing up as him on Halloween. That's how popular he was at the time. He also spawned a bunch of copycats. As you can see, these are streamers who basically copied his costume. At the same time, he was also winning awards. These are 2 awards that he won: Esports Something of the Year and Rising Star Streamer. You can tell I really did my research here. Unfortunately, during this whole run, he eventually came on stream alone, out of costume, which was very rare for him, and admitted that he had cheated on his wife. The two-time had two-timed. This was just funny. This is just very funny and also foreshadowing, possibly. So a few months went by with no word of his return to streaming. It was very, as you can see, this was what the landscape of Twitch looked like while he was gone. And then all of a sudden, in February 2018, he returned. And this time, he was bigger than ever. That same month, he hit a total of 388,000 concurrent viewers. And at the time, this was extremely unheard of. This was huge numbers. It was second to only Tyler 1, who had a peak of 410,000 viewers. These numbers, that was insane, bigger than ever. He started gaining a lot of momentum. He started getting brand deals, sponsorships. He was in ads with Mountain Dew and Call of Duty, Turtle Beach, Brocat, Asus, Gillette. He was sponsored by Gillette, the mustache thing, you know, it made sense. Also at the same time, he signed to an agency called Creative Artists Agency. And these are just a few of the people that are signed to this same agency. There's Tom Cruise, George Clooney, Meryl Streep, and Steven Spielberg. So this Creative Artists Agency is huge, big deal, very big deal. He also started working with video game companies. Rogue Company is one of the games that he got his skin added to. It had a whole package, it was a bundle, and there was also a map called The Arena. And he also had a collab with the WWE featuring The Undertaker. So that's pretty huge. He was also writing a book. He wrote a book called Dr. Disrespect, Violence, Speed, Momentum. The most anticipated book of the century. That's not in quotation marks, so I don't think anyone actually ever said that. Next, he co-founded his own AAA video game company called Midnight Society. They have a game planned and also NFTs, which were popular at the time. Collabs with his favorite football team, the San Francisco 49ers. Multiple times he was collabing with them, he was making content, he was invited on stage at one of their things. So huge. He was also being spotted at NBA games because he was in costume, and also driving around to events in Lamborghinis. And then, unfortunately, at E3, he was banned for live streaming in a toilet. You can see that there is a minor in the bathroom, and you can see where he's looking. See that? He's looking down this way. He's almost turning, you know, he's trying to sneak a peek maybe. I don't know. What do you think? You let me know. But luckily for the doc, that didn't stop him. In March 2020, he signed a multi-year deal with Twitch to stay on the platform. Now this was significant because at the time, Mixer, which is now dead, and YouTube were poaching streamers left and right. They were signing streamers to stream exclusively on their platform. For example, Mixer signed Ninja for $30 million and Shroud for $10 million. YouTube was also signing massive streamers like Myth, Fusely, Tim the Tatman, Valkyrae, Ludwig, Dr. Lupo, Saikuno, and Lily Pichu. Even Facebook Gaming was getting in on the action by signing Disguised Toast. So this was a huge deal for Twitch. It was a very, very big deal. This was like the deal of the century. Twitch signed Dr. Disrespect exclusively during this whole bidding war, and everything was going absolutely perfectly. Until it wasn't. 4 months later, Dr. Disrespect was banned on Twitch for violating community guidelines. He was also removed from Discord's partnership program for violating code of conduct. Now, during the time, he tweeted that he did not know the specific reason why he was banned on Twitch. He did not know. He even had an interview with PC Gamer where he had been asked, did Twitch ever tell you why you were banned? And he said no. He was never told why he was banned. During this time of his ban, there was lots of speculation. People picked apart his final moments on stream. He had recently got some shungite crystals. People were saying it could be something with shungite.
Anyways, I bought a whole bunch of shungite rocks. Do you know what shungite is? Anybody know what shungite is? No, not Suge Knight. I think he's locked up in prison. Anyways, it's a 2 billion year old like rock stone that protects against frequencies and unwanted frequencies that may be traveling in the air. That's my story. I bought a whole bunch of stuff, put them around the La Casa, little pyramids, stuff like that.
There was speculation that maybe he was pissed off about the other creators getting a better deal than him, so maybe he broke his contract, and maybe that he lied about his stats during his deal with Twitch, maybe to get more money. And this is where Slasher comes in. Slasher is an esports writer who writes for The Rolling Stone, and he tweeted out that he knew the reason why Dr. Disrespect had been banned through credible sources, but due to the sensitivity around the subject, he refrained from speaking on it. We had another person who was an ex-Twitch employee who also said, from her own sources, the doc is indeed done, and not just on Twitch. I know why, but I cannot say because it's so serious. And this was a credible source, okay? Shannon Z Killer, she worked at Twitch. She was a community manager for 3 years, and also at some point a site admin. And then the doc streamed on YouTube in August and addressed the allegations. He now said that he knew the reason and that Twitch were a bunch of snakes, and the ban had lost him a lot of deals and sponsorships, which was probably true. After a long while streaming on YouTube, he eventually tweeted out that he was moving on and that there was a legal dispute between him and Twitch. Everything was resolved with neither party admitting to any wrongdoing. He then continued on YouTube and his numbers eventually recovered. And then it really seemed like he had beat the allegations. He started streaming and making content with other creators. And people seem to have forgotten all about the controversy. People forgot about the ban altogether. He was just a YouTube streamer, a YouTube live streamer now. And then all of a sudden, on June 22nd, out of nowhere, Cody Connors, an ex-Twitch employee, came out and tweeted that he got caught sexting a minor in the existing Twitch Whispers product. He said he was trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon and that the powers that could be could read it in plain text. Now, Cody Connors is an extremely credible source. He's an ex-Twitch employee, account director of strategic partnerships for 8 years, and also partnerships manager, esports development. So, credible source. Cody Connor is not a nobody, okay? He's relatively high up, and he's worked there for a very long time. 8 years is a long time. Finally, Dr. Disrespect came out and denied the allegations. He said he was obviously tied to legal obligations, but he didn't do anything wrong. All this has been probed and settled. Nothing illegal, no wrongdoing was found, and I was paid.
We're all trying to find the guy who did this.
And then The Verge reported that another ex-Twitch employee came out to corroborate the story of Cody Connors. This person, who remained anonymous, worked on Twitch's trust and safety team at the time of the ban. And specifically, Guy Beam, Dr. Disrespect's real name, had exchanged messages with a minor and initiate conversation about meeting up at TwitchCon. And just for some context, during the time when Doc was banned, Twitch was banning a lot of people during the Me Too movement. So any sort of sexual assault or sexual harassment, Twitch started implementing harsher bans, like permanently suspending streamers. So that's the context. And before the doc could respond, Robert Bowling, the other co-founder of Midnight Society, Dr. Disrespect's video game company, tweeted out that he was dealing with it and that an investigation was underway. Soon after, Dr. Disrespect was terminated from his own gaming company. Okay, the gaming company that he was a co-founder of. And then Robert Bowling had a personal message where he said, "If you inappropriately message a minor, I cannot work with you, period. I promised to only act on facts, and I did." And at the time, the doc was playing Elden Ring DLC on stream. You can see him check his phone, and then you can literally see his life going to shit in real time. Like, he's trying to hide it, but he's just running aimlessly in circles on Elden Ring. And then not long after, he ends the stream. Nick Merckx, known bigot and transphobe, notorious for yapping about protecting the kids when it comes to the LGBT community. But when it comes to Dr. Disrespect, he's coming to his defense. He also said, until they've been proven with evidence, even with the Twitch ban, even with the gaming company that dropped him, and also multiple people coming out with a story, we need evidence. He said we need evidence.
Until we know them as fact, until they've been proven with evidence, what are we talking about? What's anybody talking about?
The official response. The doc himself came out with a very long Twitter post admitting to DMing with a minor. He says in his post, "Let's cut the fucking bullshit. As you know, there's no filter with me," said the man wearing the costume for his online character and who cheated on his wife. "Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my control, I was unable to say anything for the last several years. Now, I can finally tell you my side of the story regarding the ban." Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. Were there intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not, said the grown man messaging the child. These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes leaned too much in the direction of being inappropriate. Nothing illegal happened, no pictures were shared, no crimes were committed. I never even met the individual. As you can tell, these are very specific things. Nothing illegal happened, okay. No pictures were shared, okay, also very specific. And no crimes were committed. I never even met the individual. The case was resolved by settlement. It was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. Okay. But really, what we should be highlighting here is, were there Twitch messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. Case closed. The end. That's the end of the video. Not really. It wasn't the end of the video. I'm just joking. He actually edited the word minor. He edited the word minor out of his tweet. And people immediately noticed. Of course they did. Of course they did. So he edits it back in. Twitter lets you see the edit history of the tweet. So you can see him, the version history, one word is missing. And then he re-edited it to add it back in. I mean, I don't know what he was doing. Was there real intentions behind the message? The answer is absolutely not. I mean, that's debatable. You can just lie. Intentions, how do you measure intention? The answer is absolutely not. These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes leaned too much into the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Again, like, obviously, you know, it's debatable whether they're casual, mutual, they leaned inappropriate. What does that mean? You know, it's all very subjective. The aftermath. YouTube demonetized him, suspended his partner program. He lost sponsors like Mountain Dew, FanDuel, Turtle Beach, and the San Francisco 49ers cut ties with him. Rogue Company, where he had a skin, they removed his skin bundle from the game and they processed refunds through in-game currency. That was just... Don't know what they do. I don't know why they did that. In NBA 2K, he actually had his own side quest where his character was in the game. NBA 2K confirmed that they are removing him from the game. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a trans sex worker called Lena Love came forward with claims that Dr. Disrespect had cheated on his wife with her in 2017. You can see them in a photo together. 2017. She tweeted this a very long time ago, so this credible. She also showed Twitter DMs of him asking for cam shows. He also promised to get her partnered on Twitch if she helped him release one. This was also now famous for him saying, "I'm gripping," and then boom, I guess something, he must have dropped something and something exploded. I don't know. And also just that, yeah, he's releasing one right now. I just wanted to highlight them again. Releasing, he's gripping. And then shortly after, he also blocked Lena Love after receiving said cam shows. Nick Merckx, at this exact moment, very coincidentally came out and condemned the doc. Very sudden coincidence. Very interesting timing. After a little while of silence, the doc tweeted this out, a picture of him playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. Very mysterious, very ominous, teasing his return to streaming. But during this time, he got clowned on. You know, checkers is notorious as a children's game and chess being an adult's game. So people are saying, is this you playing with a minor? Anyone notice the POV is barely above the table? And just Alien vs Predator. Here's the other POV from his... That's his POV. That's the doc's POV. He's actually playing with a minor. Okay, and then he also tweeted a very long video of a speedboat and like him in the speedboat. It was like 3 minutes long. I don't know why it was so long. It was nothing. It was just him. It was him, and then it was a speedboat, and then it was different angles of the speedboat, and then him. And then people clowned on him again. Of course they did. You know, on your way to Epstein's Island, and then he passed a group of minors. He tried to get ahead of it by saying the jokes himself. It's not a PDF, it's a doc. Where's he coming from? Epstein Island? But that just made it twice as funny. Like, I don't know what he was trying to do. He's trying to get ahead of it, but he made the jokes for us. Great. Now, finally, he started taking accountability. Okay? Returned to streaming and addressed the allegations, denying that he sexted a minor.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
He claimed that neither he nor the child exchanged any sexually graphic messages or images. He said that Connor didn't have first-hand information of the dispute between him and Twitch, but he also unfortunately didn't mention the other two ex-employees that came out corroborating the story. He just didn't mention that. And he also claims that he never intended to meet her at TwitchCon. He accuses Cody Connor and news outlets for being out to get him, and it's some sort of conspiracy, I guess. But you know, they're just reporting the news. Like, he was DMing a child, he admitted to DMing a child, so of course they're going to report on it. You know, it's a big story. It's a big story. I don't know.
I suspect all of you sort of planned and coordinated this attack. These big-time publications these journalists, these various outlets are sort of just gossip channels now. Don't you think, champs? They act like they're just gossip channels now.
He says in this stream, I even made sure that the word was emphasized in my statement, edited, etc., just to make sure these so-called journalists would pick up on it.
And yeah, I used Twitch's whispers, but trust me, I wasn't sexting anyone. You also said the word minor, Cody. I even made sure that word was emphasized in my statement, edited, etc., just to make sure these so-called journalists would pick up on it. And boy, oh boy, did they ever, champs.
Huh?
When you and all these so-called journalists, Cody, fired off your tweets, did any of you consider that the Twitch user may have been over the legal age of consent at the time of the messages? Ew. You didn't. Neither did any of these journalists, and neither did Twitch at the time of the ban.
Let's break that down. Okay, so he said that he edited his own tweet to highlight the word minor. Like, he wanted to trick everyone into thinking that he was a PDF file? I don't know. That was a really gotcha. Is this his version of chess? You know, he wants to trick everyone to thinking that he's a PDF. I don't know. He's now saying that the minor was of legal age in their area, as if that sounds any better. Either way, that is a child. And he was also, it was reported that Twitch had officially filed a report to the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children. His admission tweet has now been deleted. He's the same guy who said, I've always been upfront and real with you guys. Deleted the tweet. Till this day, he has still not shown the DMs. That would completely absolve him if he was not lying. Otherwise, it would prove that he is guilty. So it's that easy. Just release the logs, you know? Is this the end for Dr. Disrespect? Unfortunately, there's a lot of people still out there who believe that he's innocent. And, you know, I understand why. He's only been banned from Twitch permanently. He's lost all his sponsors. He was demonetized from YouTube, present and future channels. Dropped from his own gaming company, admitted himself to DMing a child. He had 3 ex-Twitch employees reporting the same story. He was also taken to court by Twitch. He was reported to the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children. All his streamer friends came out and cut ties with him. But really, where is the evidence? You know, really, we need some evidence, guys. Like,
until they've been proven with evidence.
Is this the end of his career? I think that it should be. No predator should be allowed to be out here making content for or around children. All right, that's it. Let me know in the comments if you think that it is also the end of his career. And if you like this PowerPoint, subscribe to the channel. I might make more of these.
The reason Twitch banned me was because I was sexting a minor through whispers messages. And yeah, I used Twitch's whispers to sex a minor, and I was trying to meet up with this minor at TwitchCon. I'll say it again. I and the minor exchanged sexual graphic messages and images. That happened.